Every system begins in silence. Before the physics are calculated, before the boundaries are set, there is only a blank void, waiting for parameters. Then, the map loads. A physical world is rendered out of the darkness, building topographies, drawing coastlines, and setting the physical rules of the environment. At this moment, before the first move is made, the simulation is a total blank slate. Every strategic pathway is available. If you play grand strategy games, you know that your starting position dictates your entire run. Your spawn point decides how much space you have to expand and what raw materials you can extract. Some players get dropped into massive, resource-rich continents. They start with an immense systemic advantage built directly into the terrain. But let's look at the parameters for Singapore. The system drops you onto a highly restricted, isolated drop of land, stripped of natural resources. No oil, no minerals, not even enough fresh water to sustain the population. Now take that severely limited geography and force millions of active units into it. The population density spikes immediately, pushing relentlessly against borders that cannot be expanded. In a standard simulation, this is a resource trap. Without the ability to produce food or water internally, the system's vital stats would hit zero before you even reached the second era. By every standard metric, this is a guaranteed system failure, an immediate game over. Faced with those overwhelming constraints, the expected response is to hit restart. Instead, the simulation continued. To survive, the builders had to discard the typical model of urban development. A traditional city, built with sprawling, low-density residential zones and resource-heavy industry, would have exhausted the entire map's footprint in a few years. Instead, the physical infrastructure was treated as an interconnected network. The geography became a motherboard of active transit pathways and central nodes, and the people became active data variables, flowing constantly through these pathways, processed to eliminate friction and maximize space. Survival meant treating an entire sovereign nation as a constantly running computational algorithm. Most simulations ask you to focus on one problem at a time. City builders force you to master spatial geometry, while civilizational games require you to plan across long spans of time. Running both of those logical frameworks simultaneously demands massive processing power. You have to balance immediate physical space with decades-long strategic foresight. And this engine operates continuously. It runs in an endless real-time loop, without a single pause, turn, or reset to catch your breath. Every passing second demands a new calculation, adjusting traffic flows, reallocating the water, importing food supplies in real time. These microscopic, split-second adjustments compound instantly, generating the structural outcomes that keep the entire system afloat. In a high-pressure environment with zero margin for error, static planning fails. The system survives by adjusting its inputs and outputs the very moment they shift. Today, you can look at the output of that equation. The system is operating at maximum scale, glowing against the evening sky without a single sign of degradation. The stability is almost eerie. There is no systemic friction, no lag in the processing, and no crashes under the weight of its own density. When an algorithm reaches this level of efficiency, is it still functioning as a normal city, or has it evolved beyond its physical parameters into an entirely different kind of advanced computational entity?